gear seekers, I'm Nick. There are so many RGB options these days. There's literally hundreds of different choices for your fans and lighting setups. Basically, anything you can imagine you can do to customize the lighting in your system. With that said, Lian sent over their brand new Bora digital fans that they showed off at Computex and asked us to check them out and to do a build with them. In this video, I wanted to see if I could build a gaming PC that includes these new Bora digital fans that cost around $1,100 US or around 1,600 Aussie dollars, because for some reason you guys love these types of build videos. Okay, this is not sponsored by Lian, so yeah, let's do a building thing. Like usual, this is not a permanent system. However, because you guys love the last few videos so much, we did some benchmarks with the system as well, and we decided that we'll just keep doing them if we had enough time when we're producing the video. So stick around till a little bit later in the video to see how this system performed. Also, I wanted to add as well that we're doing all these PC part picker lists down in the description, so you can see how much they cost in US dollars, or there's also like a drop down that you can change. It will show it in whatever currency that's closest to yours. And yeah, as I mentioned, like in other videos like this, I'm only using parts that I've got in hand. I'm not buying parts or trying to bargain hunt. I'm sharing the total amount of the parts that I chose that we had on hand. And yeah, the only thing that we didn't have on hand for this build was the case. So huge shout out to the legends at M-Wave in Sydney for supplying us with this case for this build. Okay, let's do a building thing. Let's do it. Let's talk parts because I'm pretty sure you guys want to know. The motherboard is the ASRock B450 Steel Legend. Now we've used this board quite a few times on the channel and it's probably one of the best bang for buck B450 boards on the market right about now. The CPU is the AMD Ryzen 5 2600. The 2600 is a 6-core 12-threaded multitasking master. This is my favorite Zen Plus chip that ever got released. It's seriously one of the best value chips ever made. It's so good. Okay, to cool the 2600, use the Cooler Master ML240R. It gets the job done and it gets it done pretty easily, and if you're interested, we've got a full AMD installation guide and you can check that out in the top right hand corner right about now. The GPU that was used is the Gigabyte 1660 Ti Gaming OC. The 1660 Ti is an awesome 1080p GPU and it fits this build quite well, so that's why we obviously used it. The RAM chosen was 16 gigs of XPG Spectrix D60G RGB at 3000 MHz. This is one of the coolest looking RGB kits that I've seen in a little while, and yeah, I've actually been rocking a set of these in my gaming system for about 6 weeks now, yeah, and it's been really good. Lastly, the case, it's the Lian LanCool 1 Digital. The LanCool 1 Digital surprised me quite a bit. The build quality is fantastic and overall, it's a pretty well executed case. The cable management is pretty decent and it's got like included Velcro tie downs which make it pretty easy to build in as well. The case also has the included digital RGB on the front panel, which is nice, and it creates a very unique lighting effect. Okay. Alright, let's talk about fans and lighting and all that jazz because we know how much you guys love RGB. The fans on the ML240R are the new Bora Digital RGB fans with the silver faceplates. Now, the faceplates are actually interchangeable on these new fans and they come in a variety of different colors. I connected the fans to the included RGB controller that comes with their fan kit and I configured them on the controller. There was no software configuration for the lighting at all except in ASRock Polychrome RGB to configure the RAM and the pump lighting for the AIO. I wanted to make a few comments about the fans before we continue as well. The fans are pretty well constructed. I like that you can use these interchangeable faceplates. They make the fans look really premium and it works as a nice way to diffuse the light. But the fans use their own RGB connector, not the standard 3-pin connectors. I don't get it. Why did they keep having to make new connectors for fans? Now, integrating the lighting with any other controllers or motherboards can be very difficult, even though they have an adapter included. And okay, that might sound a little bit confusing. Okay, maybe that is confusing. Well, let me just explain this. The front panel lighting connector was different to the fan lighting controller, even though they're both digital RGB from Lian. Didn't make sense. Now, the fan kit comes with an adapter, but maybe it's something they can fix later down the track and use a single connector, but I suspect it's something to do with the fans having 12 addressable LEDs in them, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just make one connector for everything. Just make my life easier, please. Okay. All right, it's benchmarking time. Just be aware, I didn't test this system with every single game on Earth because there's only so many hours in a day. And yeah, we use our usual benchmarks. You guys know how the benchmarks go. Let's just do it. Let's see how it did. happy with how this build turned out. The gaming performance is pretty solid and the overall aesthetic of this build is pretty darn awesome. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the LanCool One Digital with these new Bora Digital fans, but I think they've kind of grown on me. I just don't like another RGB system. Let's just come together and make one system. Anyway, let me know what you think about the build in the comments below. Let me know if you like the lighting and all that jazz. I know that you guys like when we do these RGB builds. If you're interested in any of the parts in the build, there are links in the description down below to everything used. Again, huge shout out to the team at M-Wave in Sydney for hooking us up with the LanCool One. Those guys are absolute legends. We hung out with them in Computex and they said if we ever needed anything for builds that they'd help us out. And yeah, they really did come through when we needed them. I wasn't really expecting that at all. So yeah, those guys are really, really cool. So if you need any parts in Sydney or you need something shipped to you really fast, make sure you check out M-Wave. There's a link to check out their site below. They're one of the biggest online retailers in Australia. So yeah, they might know a thing or two about computer parts. And also, they did not sponsor this video at all. I just thought that I'd give them a shout out because it feels like the right thing to do because they helped us out with this build. All right, guys, if you like this video, you know what to do. Tell us what you liked about it. Tell us what you hated about it. You know how we end the video. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how the build turned out. I like the case, but just the RGB connectors. Yeah, I can't get over it. It's a little bit annoying. Thanks for watching.